This is like take 10. Hey, it's your girl Kiki. I'm gonna try to do this Breonna Taylor video again because this is not doing it again. Okay. So a lot of you know the Breonna Taylor case. I won't go into all the details because apparently I don't have that much time. I gotta get some more space. I gotta start recording on my computer instead of my phone. Right. Um, and so the grand jury came back, and the police officers basically didn't do anything. I think my whole point about this as I'm a former law student, and I'm a former protester. Uh, so there were some comments that the police have made since then, and oh, protesters are thugs and lowlifes. No, protesters come from all walks of life. But we'll get into that into another video. But regarding Breonna Taylor, I don't think anything will change unless you change the laws. I said it before and I'll say it again. The laws are meant not to prosecute people in government, people in politics, and people in law enforcement. That's just the way the system is set up. So if you're going to change that, you need to change the system. People have been fighting for decades. Watch the Chicago 7 on Netflix. You know how politicians have pitted social justice people against really the American people and the police. Like the media doesn't. The media just wants to focus. They're there to sell ads in newspapers and get clicks and likes. They don't care. But it's just that being in the movement when I was in Occupy Wall Street and being a protester during the Iraq War, you know, there's just a serious lack of leadership. But the feelings of the protest movement has not carried on into the political spectrum, and that's the issue. That's the reason why things haven't changed since the Chicago 7, because there's a lack of clear-cut leadership. There's a lot of passion in protest movements, but like true leadership is really needed to harness that energy and harness that intent. And I think that has always been lacking. MLK was one of the few like successful like protest peace movements that was successful, that had the organization and the people in surrounding it that were organized. But for the most part, protests and peace movements aren't organized, and that's why nothing will change. The laws and the government is stacked against you. The laws are not there to make it easier to prosecute police officers. It makes it harder. So what's the solution? You have to infiltrate these systems and these governments. You have to present your own candidates for mayor. You have to have your own people sign up to be police officers. I've told people this a long time ago. The best way to combat police brutality a lot of the times is to have more black and brown people become police officers, to have more people who are left-leaning to become police officers. Now granted, there's a chance that the police being a culture will corrupt you and corrupt your thinking, but if enough people in it, they can change it. You know, and it's not something that's going to be overnight. It's something that's going to take decades to fix. And I think a lot of people don't want to hear that. They just want to hear, we're going to stomp around and protest, but